Andre. I want to introduce Richmond High School teacher, Lorna McClellan.
Hi, thank you all for coming. My name is Lorna McClellan, and this is my 4th year teaching at Richmond High School. I'm here to speak out on behalf of my students and of the school community. In the press, we are being portrayed as a community that does not stand against violence or stand up for victims. This is not true. Yes, something horrible and atrocious happened on our campus. And yes, blame lies with the school officials, with the teachers, with the district, with the police, with the students who were afraid to speak up and walked by. But it's important to realize that our community recognizes this is a problem, and we are taking active steps to fix it. This story is not just about Richmond High School. It's not about Richmond. It's not about San Pablo. It's much bigger. It's much deeper. In this country, we have systemic problems. Women are portrayed on TV and music as pieces of meat, and too many of our young men fail to see them as equals. Women are constantly degraded in our society. When are we going to step up, take the challenge, and change it? I also believe that this tragic and horrific incident brings to our attention an inequity that exists across the country. Why is it ignored that students in urban and low-income communities perform lower and experience more violence than students in suburban schools? My students are given less resources and less opportunity than students in wealthier areas. How can people ignore that? It can't be ignored. Why have we been given excuses year after year as to why we don't have cameras or a fence or adequate lighting when other schools in our district are being rebuilt? Are we less important? Do my students not matter? My students are not criminals. My students are just as talented and intelligent as students in other communities. They are amazing, amazing individuals. They're the reason I wake up and come to school every day. They overcome impossible odds and challenges that many people in this country don't understand and can't even imagine. Our responsibility as a country, as a city, as a state, as a world, as human beings, is not to vilify these students, but to stand up and help them. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorna. I want to introduce another incredible and amazing teacher like Lorna, Mr. Ron Vermont, another high school teacher here.
Hello, my name is Ronald Vermont, and I've taught here about 8 years. And I too am here because, like all the teachers here, we love our students. We think highly of them. We have programs in place to work with our students to try and avoid or make choices to avoid the types of events that happened this past weekend. We have a number of programs that are designed to help them deal with these choices, eliminate some of the risk factors that are involved in their lives that lead to violence, and make choices as far as the friends that friends and acquaintances that they hang around with. Violence is a problem. Violence against women is a problem, and we're trying to work with our young men to realize that to get rid of the negative view of women that permeates our society. A lot of times our attitudes as adults are, we can't save them all. And instead we need to change our attitude, our perspective, to realize that we may not be able to save them all, at the same time, but we can save them. They're not going to hear us when we want them to. We have to come to them to make sure that they're ready to hear the message. And sometimes we tend to give up on them because they're difficult to reach, but we can't give up. A lot of times our students get involved in relationships that are sometimes confused as friendship, and they're really a matter of fearship, where that relationship is based on fear, intimidation, or control. And so again, we're trying to get them to be able to identify those types of relationships to avoid making decisions that they wouldn't do normally. Again, we have to continue to reach out to our students. A lot of times, the students that are involved in programs at school are the easy ones to reach. We've got to continue to reach out to the ones that are resistant, and we can't let them back us off. As they get older, I think it's just an excuse we use because we're uncomfortable to give up on them, and we just can't give up. Thank you.
Youth Outlook documents current events and issues going on in your community. For more information, go to youthoutlook.org.